What's up, Card Masters? Nightside back with the final set of weapon trailers Capcom released today for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. As usual, we'll be breaking down the trailers for DUALBLADE and Light Bowgun, but don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment about how you feel about the reveals, and smash the subscribe button and bell icon to find out the next time I post. Let's get to it. Showing off the Master Rank Raknakadaki armor, the Light Bowgun introduces two new abilities to Rise. The switch skill, Critical Firepower, which swaps with Marksman, and the new Silkbind, Wyvern Counter, which swaps with Fanning Maneuver. Critical Power, as described on the website, is a special shooting style that raises damage output but narrows the critical distance and increases recoil. Now, I'm not aware if such a thing has ever existed for Light Bowgun in the past, but basically what has happened is you now have two modes of fire. Critical Firepower, which requires you to play much closer in order to reap the benefits of the extra damage, and Marksman, which can be likened to about mid-range. Depending on which mode you're in, you need to adjust your distance accordingly to stay within critical distance. Important to note too is that only some ammo types will be affected by Critical Power. Given that the nature of Critical Power is close range, I'd imagine shots like normal or spread type ammo would be for sure amplified. Any other shots, you probably have to stick with Marksman. Light Bowgun mains, please share your thoughts in the comments. Now, its swap evade truly has super generous iframes. Light Bowgun users may potentially be able to smoothly transition between the two modes based on the situation while using swap evade to dodge, which I feel adds a dynamic layer to a very, very solid weapon. Next up, we've got the Silkbind Wyvern Counter, an urgent retreat that fires a shot with massive recoil, using a wire bug to stop. The website states that the attack itself is not very powerful, but the real value in Wyvern Counter is its ability to evade incoming attacks. When timed right, the hunter will retreat with an explosive exit shot that can even neutralize breath attacks. Now, this particularly really has got me hyped. The gameplay in the teaser shows the hunter using the counter right as they're about to get hit by the Blood Orange's Pinecone. The second example doesn't seem to really demonstrate the evade aside from just putting distance between the hunter and the Blood Orange, and of course also knocking it to the ground, which makes me more excited just to see how it'll cancel out breath attacks. The actual counter animation seems like it'll be the same regardless of whether or not you actually manage to get the timing right, so in the worst case scenario, at least you'll fire off a shot and do a little bit of damage, provided that you don't miss. It's probably also safe to assume that the timing for the counter will be fairly strict. From what it also seems like is that Wyvern Counter will be extremely useful for emergency evasion / counter maneuvering, while Fanning Maneuver will still be great for quick repositioning. The video ends with the hunter demonstrating Fanning Maneuver for the initial evade, skill swap, and finishes off with a Wyvern Counter, once again knocking the Blood Orange down to the ground. Finally, we've got the DUALBLADEs in full Acnosum Master Rank armor, showing off the new switch skill Slide Slash combo, which swaps with the Spirit Round / combo, and the Silkbind Spiral Slash, which swaps with Piercing Bind. The Slide Slash combo is more or less straightforward. It allows you to attack while evading and can be easily worked into combos. What makes this particularly interesting is how it keeps the hunter more mobile while also dealing damage. What's probably also safe to assume is that the maneuver, being an attack, won't use up stamina. Now, how this attack will be affected by things such as Demon Mode or Feral Demon Mode has yet to be seen, but the biggest implication and of course assumption is that dodging in certain situations during Demon / Feral Mode will be less taxing if Slide Slash, for a fact, is a stamina-free attack. The chances of it being affected by skills such as evade distance are probably pretty slim, but if it is indeed affected, it could very well be a pretty big game changer. Last but not least, we've got a returning hunter art from Generation's Ultimate, the Spiral Slash. Having already been shown in earlier trailers, the Spiral Slash launches the hunters while spiraling forward. When hitting the monster, the hunter's body acts like a drill as the dual blades rip into the target's flesh. The Spiral Slash can now also be used in midair. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the DUALBLADE's biggest burst damage option is to use Piercing Bind comboed with Demon Dance during particularly large openings like when a monster is toppled or immobilized via traps. Though we can't see the damage, it might be safe to say that Spiral Slash might just be DUALBLADE's biggest burst damage option in most cases. I'm of course not a pro DUALBLADE user, but this seems to be the most logical assumption. Now, my biggest question is whether or not Spiral Slash can stack with the effects of Piercing Bind, or if it's just better to just use Piercing Bind with Demon Dance or even just double down on Spiral Slash during large openings. We'll find out soon enough once the game finally drops. The trailer ends off with the Hunter opening up with a Shrouded Vault, showing off the repositioning power of the Slide Slash combo into Spiral Slash, Demon Mode activation into a Swap Evade forward to transition into Feral Demon Mode, followed by a Piercing Bind into the Spirit Round Slash combo, and then finishing off with a Demon Dance. And that's about it! All 14 weapon trailers have now been released and can be found on Capcom's official site or on their YouTube channel. What did you think? If you missed any of the other weapons, or if you just happen to appreciate my breakdowns, you can catch them all on my channel in my Monster Hunter Rise playlist. Hopefully, we get a demo for the game to try out all the new stuff that comes out soon. Don't forget, you guys can catch me live streaming on Twitch where I play a variety of games like Apex Legends, Elden Ring, and of course, Monster Hunter. That's it for me, Cart Masters. As always, stay safe, get mad, get sad, have fun, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye! Let's go, dude! Easy. Easy, dude. Easy. Go, you can have that dunk for the low price of $3.99.